After a 5-week wait that felt more like 5 months, today is the day that I get my freedom back. I am super excited to put the key in the ignition and finally get the van back on the road again. Let's see if it works. Look at that. Oh, it's quieter as well. If you've not been following this saga, I bought this van, the Toyota Pro Ace, back in March 2025. When I got it, I converted the back into my camper van of dreams to help me create these landscape photography videos that I do, help me to stay overnight, stay at locations for longer, and make the whole process a lot easier. I just about got it finished when disaster struck and my engine failed on me. And to be honest, I was absolutely gutted. Now, a few people reached out and asked if they could help financially with the repair, so I decided to put a Ko-fi page together where people could support the repair. And well, the response was just incredible. I'm going to be truly forever grateful. I'm still taken aback now, and yeah, it's just meant that I've been able to get the van back on the road much quicker. Again, I'm going to be forever grateful for everybody that contributed, not just in money, but also all the wonderful, kind comments as well. It really did keep me motivated when I thought, the end of the road had come. Anyway, the list of work is quite considerable, and I'll run through all of that when I get back home. We'll lift the hood up and take a look at the new shiny engine. So we'll be heading out on a photography adventure in just a bit to a location that I've been wanting to shoot for about a year now, so I'm super excited about that. But first, let's take a look underneath the bonnet. So you can't really see too much because there's a lot of the older components that are bolted onto the new engine, but I'll do my best to show you around as much as I possibly can. Now, we've had a new exhaust manifold, a new engine, a new timing belt, a new water pump, a new serpentine belt, a new 5th injector, and tons of sundries. I'll put the invoice up on the screen for you so you can see exactly what we've had done. And there's also my receipt of payment as well, so you can see the total that I ended up paying. I did get another quote before I instructed Toyota to go ahead with the work. In fact, I went to my local garage that does all my MOTing and servicing on my wife's car and on this van as well. And they actually advised me to go with Toyota. They didn't think they would be able to do it a lot cheaper. And by going with Toyota, it meant that I had a 12 months warranty on the engine itself and all of the labour. And they also advised me that it would probably add value to the vehicle as well if I went with the main dealer. So that is what I decided to do, and it was great. I was very grateful for my local garage to give me that advice, because they could have just took the work themselves. So yeah, big thanks to them for that, and it's always nice to get another second opinion, isn't it? So yeah, all in all, I was very happy with everything, and I think it's time to hit the road. So the place we're heading to is the Cambrian Mountains, to a little gorge walk that I visited about a year ago, and I thought it looked absolutely fantastic. And there was more autumn foliage there than there was down here in Pembrokeshire at the time of year that I visited last year. So I'm hopeful there's still a pocket of colour there, because it's a truly magical place. And I can't wait to get there. I thought it'd be a great place to go. It's about 2.5 hour drive, so it'll give me a chance to have a good run in the van and make sure there's no teething problems before we go on some trips further afield in the coming weeks. I'll see you when we get there. So I've made it here to the wet and windy Cambrian mountains, and I have to say the ride up was nice and smooth. The waterproofs are on, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can capture. And yeah, we've got a couple of miles to do, but I'm sure there's going to be quite a few photo opportunities along the way. And of course, I'll share my thought process as we go. Yeah, fantastic. So it is a bit of a damp one, but I am thoroughly enjoying myself this morning. I took a bit of a walk down to a waterfall, played around with a few different shots there, didn't really come away with anything I was happy with, mainly because the wind flowing up through the valley here is moving all of the foliage around. So if I'm trying to get a bit of a longer exposure with the water, maybe say a 10th or maybe even a 20th of a second, even then the wind was moving the leaves around, which was making it really difficult. Everything just turned into a big mush, which isn't ideal unless you're going for an ICM more abstract composition. But I think what I've done here is I've moved up to the top of the gorge, and the wind does seem to be a little bit calmer in here, so I'm hopeful to make a few compositions just down here. And I'm just setting my first shot up here, looking straight down the gorge to a bridge at the end, just trying to get the balance and harmony right within the composition, and then just wait for a moment where that wind just subsides a little bit to take the image. Thoroughly enjoyable little walk this morning so far, and I'll put these images up now and then we'll move on and see if we can find something else that's a bit calmer and a little bit quieter, because it's so noisy down here in this gorge. So I spent around about 2.5 hours down at that gorge there, being incredibly patient because the light levels are so low today. We've got this heavy clag, which is, yeah, really reduced the light. But obviously we've got that wind as well, so it's making it really challenging. So it really is a bit of a waiting game. You've just got to wait for that right moment where the wind just drops off just a little bit to be able to capture the shot. You know, with a gorge like that where you've got the water rushing through, I think I really wanted to show a little bit of motion in that water. I think if I froze the water and the leaves, everything was just a little bit too texture heavy. So I just wanted to show a bit of motion in the water, but then of course you're showing the motion in the foliage. And that can be a little bit too distracting sometimes when there's a lot of things moving. So yeah, a very fine balancing act, but I think patience definitely paid off. And hopefully I got a few images that I was quite happy with there. So it's time to crack on to the next spot, which is about a mile down. This place is absolutely incredible. I've just been taking a quick shot down there of a beech tree which is hanging over the valley floor there. Some really soft diffusion in the background as well as the rain comes through. So yeah, really nice. Again, having to raise my ISO to 500 this time to keep my shutter speed up a little bit because there's no water in the frame. Obviously it's okay just to let that ISO raise up a little bit, quicken the shutter speed up just to help freeze some of the motion in the leaves, not all of it, but some of it. Anyway, let's crack on, see what else we can find. So if you're not familiar with this area, the Cambrian Mountains, it kind of sits between Snowdonia and I guess the Brecon Beacons. It's kind of that mid-central portion of Wales. So we don't have the high mountains like we get in Snowdonia. I think the highest peak here is about 752 metres, something like that. But it's very rugged and very wild, and an area I want to visit a lot more because I don't think it gets the recognition it deserves. It really is a wild and wonderful place. Anyway, let's go see if we can take some more photos. So there's a shot here that I would like to work on, but just in case you're wondering what equipment I've got with me today, if I can get my bag off, I've got my Fuji kit with me today, which is my go-to landscape photography setup. I've got the 16 to 50 lens on, the XH2. I've also got the 70 to 300 and, if I can get it out, the 13mm Viltrox wide angle lens. And yeah, it's been my go-to kit for many years now, and I still thoroughly enjoy using it. And it's perfect for conditions like this. I haven't actually used the other two lenses today. I've just been sticking with the 16 to 50. Oh my God, here comes the rain again. Let me just shut the bag up just for a second. I was going to get the camera out and take a photo, but I think it's worth waiting just for a minute. In the meantime, I'll talk you through what I'm planning to do here. So the gorge runs from the right-hand side and then takes a 90-degree bend straight down through the middle of the frame, which I think is really cool. What I've decided to do is put a tree right in the foreground because I want to try to add a little bit of depth through the scene as well. And I think because we've got a lot of moving things in the background, having something static and stationary in the foreground is going to help to anchor the composition a bit. I also really like how the light's catching the moss, which is on the trunk of this tree. So I think that works quite well. The golden foliage back there is spectacular, and there's also some nice leaf litter in the foreground as well, which I really want to use to accentuate the feeling of autumn. There's also a lot of leaf litter on these rock edges as well as the gorge recedes off into the distance there. So I think it might make a really nice shot. I've just got to wait really for the right conditions, I think. So patience again is key on days like this. Hopefully the rain will pass. We've got a bit of separation as well with the atmosphere we have, but ideally I'd just like the wind to just calm down a fraction, just so we can show movement in the water without the foliage moving too much. Yeah, what an absolute spot this is. Absolutely incredible. Currently, I'm at an 1/8 of a second at ISO 400 at f8, so you can tell how dark it is right now, and it is midday, so yeah, crazy. But anyway, means I don't have to use any ND filters, so that's a bonus, isn't it? Anyway, 2-second timer. Let's take this image. Oh, just beautiful. So I've come all of about 25 yards from that last shot, looking straight up the gorge this time, and I think it's a pretty nice composition actually. I'm going vertically, yeah, looking straight up the gorge with water rushing through. We've got some really nice leaf litter carpeting these rocks down at the bottom there, which is really nice. Overhanging beech branches as well, which adds some vibrancy to the top section of the image. We've got that little rope bridge that we just crossed as well, which is a nice element to the scene as well, I think. So yeah, it's all about patience, waiting for that right moment, waiting for the rain to diminish slightly so we don't get rain all over the lens. And also there's a fern down here which is moving around, so yeah, actually right now is the time to take the shot. I've got to focus stack this image as well. Focus down here on the fern, and then one just a bit further up where the rope bridge is, to make sure everything is nice and sharp. Fantastic. A moment of calm. There you go. Patience pays off again, hopefully. So So this is an absolutely incredible but very noisy spot, and I'm definitely going to take a shot here. Yeah, I was going to do a piece of camera by the bridge there, but the noise down there was terrible, and then the heavens opened, and yeah, it was time to take a quick shot. But I think it's actually a really nice composition. Now this area is breathtakingly beautiful. I've thoroughly enjoyed being here today, and I'll definitely be coming back. There's so much more here to shoot. I've only scratched the surface today. In fact, I've left so many compositions untouched, mainly because of the wind. So I think that is a wrap. I do hope you enjoyed this week's video. Hope you got some value from it in some way, or maybe you might have found it mildly entertaining, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, there's another one at the top there that you might also enjoy, and on the other side, this hill steep, there's my store, which helps me to support what I do, making these videos. Anyway, until next week, take care.